Good morning from Yami B TV. Wishing you all well, of course. Now, before I try and do a follow-up with the gangster on gangster murders and can they be rehabilitated, I'm going to try and break it down today if I can, right? But there's a lot of information there. But this subject, I've only just realised what some of you were talking about, right? Now, the other day, during one of those big videos, I noticed, say, 700, 800, 900 likes on the taxpayers argument that our country forfeit giving away our money, our country's money, to immigrants or people that are complicit in crimes, really, and giving them money to keep them safe or make their life better. Now, before I get into the reality now, that is quite clear, and a lot of us did get it right, and most of you did get it right, about the father of the Southport murderer is complicit in murder. I'll give you that in a minute, right? But this case here, amongst a lot of other cases that I've seen over months and not really got to the gist of it, but it is quite a big subject, because this man that we're in the picture there, eboujasseh, from Watford, immigrant from Gambia with red flaggies, yeah, sexually assaults a woman, and when she's drunk, right, and he gets no case to answer, her word against his, right? They release him. They release him. He does the same thing all over again, but only this time it's rape. He gets convicted and gets 6 years. Right, now they take action. They decide that, listen, no, you have to be deported at the end of your sentence when the 6 years is finished. No arguments, right? He challenges it with his legal team with a number of appeals, right? Until the sentence, when the sentence finishes, they put him in detention from a period of about January to August, right? So how many months? That's about 8 months. So he's done 3 years at the 6, and now he's done 8 months in detention. So they argue it out in front of a judge. He turns around, which a lot of red flag immigrants do, and says, I can't be deported because of what I've done over here. They're going to kill me when I get over there. Wow. The judge, guidelines, whatever, listens to the argument eventually and says, I agree, you not to be deported. And you get substantial damages, right, for doing the 8 months in detention after you finished your 6-year sentence. Substantial damages for being held in custody past your sentence while they legally argued whether you should be deported or not, at the taxpayers' money. I got it. Fucking hell, you lot are right, man. Madness. So he gets to stay. Red flag. Gonna happen at some stage again, unless he gets rather clever. It's his MO. Warning signs before. Now, the arguments that many of you made was that we know now, and I'll say it straight up and down, there was some of you saying that the father, he made phone calls, he phoned the police about his son, the Southport killer. We already established on the IMMIGRANT TV, I told you on the day that he was outside the school, that was the time to phone the police. Some of you saying, yeah, but he did phone the police in the past and blah, blah. Becoming apparent that he actually didn't. Otherwise, they'll produce the work, because after all, the cover-up has been found out in that way, right? If it is, but I'm not going to get into that. Now, the reason why it's apparent that the father, in fact, should be charged, shouldn't be protected in a new area on the taxpayers' money, that really should be deported, but in reality should be charged, because the simple way that we close that argument, that some of you say his dad can't be, it's nothing to do with him, he didn't murder them. He had those terrorist manuals on his wall. He had knives and weapons all over the place in the house. Mum and Dad, well, you can't see that. What? You gone blind? Don't make me laugh. You knew that he was going to do it, and there was a chance that he was going to be off his rocker because, like we said already, with the thing outside his previous school on the last day of term, he was looking to do something, but you got him out of it there, right? So there's no way. Don't bring that argument to me no more about he didn't play a part in it. It is very clear now that he did, and they get more help. All of them, the red flags. I've got no problem with immigrants that want to start a new life and make it better for their own families. But alas, the parents, Rwanda, yeah, I agree with that now. And plus, these kind of cases where they say, but we can't go back to our country because we'll get killed. Oh, come on, man. See you lot in a minute, man.